What's your name again?
Me?
Yeah.
Stephanie?
Stephanie. Since you just did a presentation on law enforcement, you ever seen the show Cops?
Yep.
You know what these contraptions are?
Handcuffs.
Shizzle. This is my second favorite poster, but it's of my favorite movie. When I look at it, you gotta look at it like this. Gotta stand like him. When I look at it, it reminds me that crime, media, and justice are all interrelated. My name is Romero. The topic of my discussion is the theory of criminogenic media. Today, I'm going to define the theory of criminogenic media, describe its three main concepts, and correlate the theory with the 2008 film, The Dark Knight. I have my own theory as to what causes crime. However, as a pre-law student, I've learned that it's imperative that I take an objective perspective to criminology and understand the different theories of crime causation. Now I'm going to give you some stats on the prevalence of crime before I define the theory. In the book, The American System of Criminal Justice, the authors state that teens committed 1.6 million crimes in 2010. The FBI Niger system in 2012 showed that over 5 million crimes have been committed by adults. But what causes these crimes? I'm going to describe one theory. The theory of criminogenic media is defined by Ray Surratt as media content that is hypothesized to be a direct cause of crime, specifically by the characters depicted in the story. There are three narratives of criminals thought to influence crime. The first is the psychotic supermale criminal. In his book, Media, Crime, and Justice, Surratt claims that these villains are portrayed as evil, cunning intellectuals with super strength and having a murderous mindset. Does that remind us of anyone? Now, there is a second one. The second narrative says that business and professional criminals are portrayed as savvy and ruthless, money-hungry men and women. Usually, they're depicted as greedy CEOs or heads of DTOs or drug trafficking organizations. The group therapy session in The Dark Knight shows an example of these kinds of criminals. The third narrative of characters are victim and heroic criminals. Surratt claims that these criminals are victims and heroes, but they're considered as heroes by the audience, or us. But they're still criminals. They influence crime by committing crimes to solve crimes. Batman is a crime-fighting vigilante, busts up cop cars, but he actually busts a criminal as well. Now, in Chris Nolan's film, there are three concepts of the theory that are depicted by the types of characters found in the film. They are hypothesized to negatively influence crime. But the film also influences crime in a good way. It promotes community justice and doing justice at any cost. For community justice, Batman's intentions are for elected officials and community members to stand up against crime. In the film, because he knows his methods are unorthodox, he advises the DA, Harvey Dent, and I quote, I can't do the voice, "You are the symbol of hope I could never be. Your stand against organized crime is the first legitimate ray of light in decades." End quote. D-Man's butler adds to this claim by saying he's not a hero. He stands for something more. He's a promoter of righteousness. The film positively impacts crime by exemplifying the legal phrase, the Latin legal phrase, which I will not mispronounce, so I'll translate it in English. Let justice be done, though the heavens may fall. This means that sometimes it's necessary to suspend morality and ethics in order to prosecute criminals at any cost. In the film, the man damages property, hinders law enforcement, and invades everyone's privacy in order to catch a terrorist. Sound like a patriot act? Committing crime to subdue crime is irony at its most visceral. Now, in conclusion, everyone has their own thoughts as to what causes crime. However, the theory of criminogenic media states that characters in the media have the most negative impact on crime in reality, but sometimes those characters inspire good. This is seen by the Brampton, Ontario Batman. In an article in Vice, it states that he roams the nights informing police of crimes in progress and helps people with minor needs, such as buying the hungry dinner or fixing people's tires. It's selflessness. The media has an influence on crime. My name is Romero. I hope this has been informative. Thank you for your time.